Well, today is a very exciting day in the day of any musician. It's New Gear Day. That's right. I went out and made a purchase I did not need, but I'm very excited anyway. I'm going to talk about the Boss GX-100, the new line of multi-effects pedals they came out with about a year ago. I've been a long-time user of the GT100. Had it for several years, did a lot of shows with it, played indoor, outdoor, humidity, just, you can imagine. It took quite a beating over the years. I often thought about getting the GT1000, but it's kind of expensive, and I just didn't, you know, I never really liked the interface with the dialing of the knobs and pushing the button and scrolling over and pushing the button and scrolling back and pushing the button. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't work that GT100 right now if I had to. I set it, I finally got it set the way I left. I got my patches set, and I didn't really mess with it again. So when I saw this come out with the touch screen and everything, I thought, this is the one for me. So I made the purchase last week. I've had it a few days, and so far I've been pretty impressed with it. One of the first things I noticed about it when I got it out of the box is it's smaller than the other unit. I had a case that I kept the GT in, and if this were the case, I mean, it comes up to here on it. You know, there's a lot of empty space around it, so it is smaller. It's heavy. It's got a nice weight to it. You can tell it's built well, just like all Boss products. I've never seen a piece of junk they've made in all my many years. I would do a comparison to show you the sizes, how much difference the size is, but I gave the GT to my son, and as soon as I told him he could have it, it was out the door. So it's at his practice room right now, so I don't have it anymore, it's gone. But anyway, I was messing around with it, and the first night I had it, I played about an hour on it. I told my wife, I'm gonna come upstairs in an hour, we're gonna watch movies, give me an hour. So I came downstairs, hooked it all up, and in under an hour, around about an hour, I had it set, at least my main channel set the way I wanted to, and I'll go into that here in just a minute. We're going to take a look at the real unit in just a second. As you can see on the picture of the box here, I mean, you've got, you know, the very nice touch screen, the knobs that correspond with the columns that you're on. Some of the buttons are the same as the other one, like the exit button, the effects button, the right button, the control. All these buttons here are the same as on the GT. You got an expression pedal, which I double as a volume and a wah. Most people, I think, probably would do that. I've often heard this referred to. I was doing my research on it before I bought it, and I've heard a lot of people refer to this as an amp modeler. And while it's true, it does have amp models built into it, just like the GT did. I don't use it for that. I use it as a multi-effect processor, which is, I run it through an amp. I play live with it. I go very simple with it. You can see this is a diagram of the back. Yeah, you can kind of see. I mean, basically all I'm doing, plugging my guitar in the input, the mono left output straight to the front of the amp, and I'm done. That's how I use it. Run it right now through Marshall half stack, a DSL 100 with a 412 cabinet. I also have a orange 212 combo amp, the Orange Crush 212, that I'll use it like I'm playing a smaller venue. Especially if we don't have if we're not running through the PA, it's a smaller place. I like to take the combo amp. One, it takes up less space. Second, I can put it on a speaker stand and get it up off the ground and point it at my head so I can really hear it, and get the sound kind of up and about. When I play, I like to be loud. I like to hear it loud. So if the amp's stuck down here on the floor and I can't hear it, I'm gonna get very frustrated. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm running it straight through the amps, right through the front. No 4-cable method for me. I'm pretty simple. I like heavy distortion. I like a lead channel. I like a clean channel, and a couple other little things I'll show you here in a second that I added to this one. So basically, for me, I don't use the amp models. I'm using my amp as the amp, and then I drag in the effects that I need. So like a distortion pedal, overdrive, whatever you want, chorus, flanger, wah pedals, volume pedals. I got noise suppressors in there. into my chain, so that it's just basically a big pedal board all in one little deal. And some people say, well, just buy the stomp boxes. Well, I could, but you know, stomp boxes, there you go, you get 5 or 6 of them, you're going to be spending just the same amount. So I like these devices. Like I said, I had a lot of success with the GT-100, so I thought, why not go ahead and use that as go the next step and use this one. So let's take a look at it. Whoopsie. It's not letting me turn it around. All right, well, okay. Basically, this is it. And as you can see, I've got 2 cords, guitar coming in, amp straight out to the amp. I've got, I went ahead and went to user bank 4. The first 3 banks had some presets that I kind of liked. I thought I could use maybe, so I didn't want to wipe those out. So I went to bank 4, which really just had a bunch of noise on it as far as I was concerned. And went in, and if you push the effects button, it'll show you the different effects that are in this chain. So since this was an existing preset, and all the banks are full, all the banks have some sort of preset in them. So you got to find something basically you just don't want and get rid of it. So you start dragging them, click, hold, drag them out to the top, up here to the effects palette. Just drag them up there and they'll go away, and then you can bring down the ones you want. So basically I got this one set up for my rhythm channel, which is the one that's going to be used the most. Distortion, kind of for good hard rocking type stuff. Over here whoops, hit exit, get out of there, just call it heavy. And then I come over here as my heavy lead. Over here I got heavy with a little chorus. Over here is just a clean channel. And then over here again I got my expression pedal, which doubles. Now if you can see I have my wah in here. I got a noise suppressor here and here. Now my son actually taught me this trick, putting a noise suppressor at the front and in the middle, before the distortion pedal and after. And it really cleaned it up nice, and I didn't lose any sustain. I'm not sure what you can actually see here. This is not a good angle. I also have a flanger in here. Now the flanger is set up to, I set it up to go with my control 1 button. So if you see, I push that, it lights up. It means it's on. Turn it off. So you can assign, through going through the expression control button here, you can assign the control buttons to do different functions. So that's about that. Other than that, and then so what I did here, again, I apologize. I thought I was going to be able to flip the view around on this thing, but I can't. If you look at the distortion pedal here, which I used metal, which to me sounded the best, had a nice heavy sound. My level is at 50. Hopefully you can see that. If you come out of there, my lead channel basically is the same. The level is set at 65. So that way I can, when I need to bust out a lead, I can hit channel 2 and hopefully cut through the mix. I haven't played it with the band yet, but hopefully it will cut through nicely. It did basically the same thing with the GT-100. So and it worked fine. If it doesn't, I mean, there's other things you can do. I may have to adjust the levels on the distortion pedal, or I can bring in an EQ and maybe boost the mids up a little, bust the level up a little bit, and that would allow me to cut through the mix better. So I'm gonna have to get with the band and do some live playing with it to see if it needs to be tweaked any. I've been doing this a long time. I think I've got it pretty close. So if you want to show you some examples of what it can do, what it sounds like. Got the old trusty Gibson Explorer here. As you can tell, you look at it, I mean, it's a very compact, small pedal. It's not big at all. So let's see hopefully we can get it down here where you can see it. Now, when I tried this earlier, you could. I'm not a professional setup video guy. This will give you an idea of what we're messing with. So now I'm going straight through the amp, as you can see here in the background. It's not mic'd, it's not running through a computer. It's just coming straight out of there into this iPad, and that's what it's going to sound like. Now, it's not going to sound probably quite as good as it does here in the room, but I hope you can get an idea just here in a minute. One of the songs I love playing in the cover band is Unchained. That's what made me think to throw the flanger in. So if I wanted to do something like just use the control, that's why I put it on the control switch so I can turn it off and on real quick, because you know the flanger does not go throughout the entire song. So you could just do something like you get the idea. And then I brought in another little, excuse me, my dog's passing through. She's been sitting still this whole time, couldn't get her to move. Now suddenly she wants to make an entrance. I also did another channel here with a little chorus. You also have a tap tuner here, or a tuner. Just give it a quick touch, and it'll tell you exactly what your note is that you're playing. You can also adjust the tuner for different tunings. If you want to do sharps and drops this and drops that and all this kind, you can do it. I know, like I play some in drop C, I play some in D flat standard. I play the Christian band I'm in, Warrior Alive. We got some videos on YouTube. You want to check it out? We pretty much play all in D standard. So I play in different tunings throughout, and so I know what the strings are called. So I don't have to really jack with that. So I just leave it on standard tuning because I know what I need to tune to. This is channel 3, a little chorus, so if you want to do something. So you got that. Channel 4 is my clean. Questions about how these are set up exactly, like we can go into that later another time once I get my videos here set up a little better. But as far as operating, there's other videos out there on how to actually operate it. I had to watch some myself. It's got a nice if you want to use the wah pedal. Now this is a little different than the GT. The wah pedal is a little different. Instead of the GT, you kind of had to roll it back and then tap it. I had some instances where I didn't quite tap it right, and so I thought I was working the wah pedal, but I was actually working the volume pedal, and I had to tap it again to get it to come on. That was just kind of a on me type situation, but this one, you just push it down until the light comes on, and then you gotta does work pretty well. Anyway, that is about all I've got going on today with this. Just want to do a quick video to show you. I've had it a few days. What is this? Day's Monday. I got it Friday. And so far I've been pretty impressed with it. You can get it right now. This is April of 23. Throughout the rest of this year, you can get this at Sweetwater for $5.99.99. It's the same price everywhere, but you can get it 2 years, no interest, minimum payment $25 a month. You know, if you ain't got the cash to dump down on it, you just want a little $25 a month, ain't gonna kill you. That's the way to go. Guitar Center has the same. They got 0% financing right now, but it's 6 months. It's 6 months at 0%, so you'd have to come with $100 a month. That paid off quicker, but that's how you want to do it. I went through Sweetwater, and I ordered it Wednesday, and I got it Friday with the free shipping. I didn't pay expedited shipping or anything like that. It just bing, bang, boom. It was right out the door and right sitting there waiting on me on Friday afternoon. So they have excellent customer service there. So I was very impressed. So you got to be careful when you pay for expedited shipping. I've noticed that a couple of times to where I've gotten items maybe a day later than I would have if I paid an extra $20 for shipping. So it's something to always kind of keep in mind. If you can wait an extra day or so, the free shipping will get it there pretty quick usually. So yeah, give Sweetwater a call Guitar Center. I've had good luck with both those companies. So just depending on what you want to do. So yeah, hit me up down in the comments. You got any questions about it? I'll try to answer them. I'm still learning it myself. I got some other patches I want to develop, maybe more of a classic rock sound, and then just kind of play with it some more. I got a lot to learn still. But just in the few times I've messed with it, I've already come up with this. I've been pretty happy with it, so looking forward to rocking out with it pretty soon. So anyway, take it easy.